Hello, Seal fans. Today we have a Week 4 match between Team Harmony Dogwater versus the Ionian Battle Meeps. This is going to be from our Piltover division. We're a little bit behind schedule, so this is going to be a Week 4 match VOD review here. I am the Dragon Rider. It will be just me doing a solo cast tonight. And so let's quickly just jump into our picks and bans and be on our merry way. Something worth noting here is that the Ionian Battle Meeps had to sub out a couple players, so they actually have the first 3 loss of bans occurring here. So this is going to leave Team Harmony Dogwater to a lot more options and more picks that they can feel more comfortable on as well. Tristana coming out from the Ionian Battle Meeps. This is a good pick. We've been seeing it sometimes being played mid. We've been seeing it played bot a lot, so should be a nice flex first round. Obviously going to be seeing from the rest of the pictures here, going to be ADC, but in response to that, we had the Varus Leona being picked up, Varus being arguably one of the best ADCs in the game right now. So that one's going to be a really strong pick, very powerful, and should be interesting to see what he builds, if it's going to be full lethality Varus or if it's going to be on-hit Varus. Both of them are very viable and will vary depending on the team comp that he's facing against. Then we see Thresh Diana. That's going to be a good support and a good jungler. And Diana also actually being a flex there. So Ionian Battle Meeps really flexing out their options. Really not giving Team Harmony Dogwater too many leeways to know what their team comp's going to be before they can start banning. So this is really smart on their part. But Team Harmony Dogwater doesn't buy it. Says, yeah, we know which lane they are. So we're going to pick our jungler as well. Picks up that Nunu. Nunu really good on objective controls and as a pretty fair player compared to Diana. Then we finally get to see some bans coming out from Ionian Battle Meeps. We get the Ahri and the Yorick there, so that's going to be good to throw that away. The Yorick being one of the top lane's main picks, and Ahri probably being a very comfortable pick on Team Harmony Dogwater as well. Then we're going to see all of the bans here, so they're probably banning either the mid laner and the top laner out. So banning out the full engage, making sure Varus is going to be able to stay safe throughout the match. And Galio doing the same thing essentially as Malphite, but a little bit more different. Then we get to see the Lux and the Volibear come out for Ionian Battle Meeps. That's going to be a good one there, as Lux is a very good control mage mid and can be played well. It usually has just a lot of skill matchups and not a lot of hard lose matchups, in my opinion. Team Harmony Dogwater responding to this with the Nico Gnar. And so Volibear versus Gnar, just a skill match in my opinion. Gnar more favorably for, just because he has that extra range. But with Volibear gets on top of the Gnar, he can out-sustain and out-trade. So it depends on how they play out laning phase and how that one's going to go down. With that being said, let's jump into game and see how these two teams play it out. move my mouse too much. So it's going to be a solo cast. So you're going to have to give me some breaks when I have to breathe sometimes here, folks. But it should be fun. Going to see some typical 5 points. It looks like Ionian Battle Meeps are going to be watching out for a potential invade. So they're going to be sitting in this bot try and warding down the one bush there. But Team Harmony Dogwater just going to be opting for the 5-man as well. Let's see if they can grab a pick here. Thresh has the flash and the Q, I believe. So if he's able to grab Varus, that'd be a nice pick for them. But it doesn't look like anything's going to come of that. No summoners wasted. Nothing gained, nothing lost. So all is well in the world. Taking a little swig of my drink here. And now let's look at some typical runes for each team here. So everything looking pretty normal on the side of Ionian Battle Meeps. Tristana actually going in for the Hail of Blades. That's just going to really help her out in the laning phase. It's going to do a lot of damage and can really stack up that E really fast if it's procced onto the Varus or onto the Leona. And lethal temp, everything basically normal on the side of Team Harmony Dogwater. Phase Rush Nunu is a good one as well. If he just gets a couple abilities, he can run at you, and there's really no escaping that. Sometimes you might even see Predator Nunu, where he can just run at you really fast, like in the first couple levels with the boots first buy. But besides that, nothing really major. In as for jungle clears, I'm pretty sure, depending on how fast Diana is, she's going to hit the top laner first before Nunu can. So watching out for that is going to be interesting, especially how top laners keep their wave management. It's very, very important to have proper wave management in the first couple minutes because usually a jungler will come and gank you around 3 minutes and 25 seconds if you're overextended. So typical trading from happening in the mid lane. Good trade favoring over to Nico there, getting a nice combo off onto the Lux. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. Lux can sustain that for a little while, and she can also opt in to wait for her jungler as Nico is going to be pushing in now. Now, as for ward placements, Nico's putting a offensive deep ward down in the top side of the bush there, and for jungle, knowing that they're going to be looking out for that. And like I was saying earlier, Diana is going to be shoving up top. She's going to be here first, and Nunu's not going to be able to respond fast enough. Here comes the all-in from the Diana. Are they going to be able to pick this up? But here comes the counter-engage from the Nunu. Is going to try and stun down the Diana, but the first blood going over to Volibear. Now are they going to be able to capture more? I don't believe so, no. There was a flash from Lux. She was trying to look for something, unable to land her Q there. The Nico does land her abilities, though, and really punishing the Lux for that play. Taking a little swig of my water. Oh, no, there is an all-in the bot lane. Thresh does land a Q, does get the flay out, and is going to be punishing that Leona. Leona being naturally super tanky is not going to do much of that, but then the all-in from the Tristana going onto the Varus, they're going to be going back, they're going to be flashing forward, they're going to be getting the kill with the Ignite proc onto the Varus. Diana's back top lane, and that's really good. Like, Thresh has been playing really well this game, just positioning really well, and being able to pick off and taking down and chunking down the Varus. So now we're seeing a slight lead just because of kills going inside of the Ionian Battle Meeps. Going off of that, we're going to be looking at our CS advantages here. So top lane basically even, junglers basically staying about on par with one another, and but our mid laners, the Lux is falling behind about 10 CS behind the Nico, so that's going to hurt her. And bot lane basically even. So if Nico's going to be able to really double down on all of this, and wowee, does she get the kill. She actually gets a nice root with the Q proc, is going to pick that one off. Here comes the ulti from the Nico is not going to be able to land on the Diana. Diana's going to all in onto the Nunu and is going to take the kill from that. So we do see that the Team Harmony Dogwater does end up with a kill on the board. That's going to be really good for them. And we're looking at a possible getting wards down for Dragon and seeing junglers slowly rotate to this first Dragon of the game. It is Cloud Drake, so it's really nice for teams to get an early Cloud Drake. Super fast to take in the first stages, especially if it's the first two, and not Soul, because it doesn't really give combat stats, but it does give a huge level 6 power spike to your team if you get it soon enough. So Diana's posturing down bot lane here is going to be interesting if she does anything of this as well. Thresh does land the flame. They do get the all-in. They do get the poke down, and Tristana is going to be able to pick this off. Thresh landing another Q is going to be able to look for more here and potentially another kill, but no. So good on Diana. Great roams this game. Honestly, been playing this early game really, really well, and really proud to see what she's doing with that as far as team cooperation and getting stuff being played around the map here. Nar's doing a lot of damage with that range that I was talking about earlier, and does poke the Volibear out. First Dragon going over to the side of the Ionian battle Meeps. So they're looking really strong. They're looking pretty powerful. They're pretty happy with everything that they've gotten so far. But it's still going to be a close game depending on how things scale out. Both teams are more or less evenly scaled, but some champions falling off harder than normal. Nico has a pretty hard fall off. Varus has a really good late game. On the side of Ionian Battle Meeps, though, Lux is a pretty good and late game champion. She can just spam ulti all the time. Tristana being a late game monster, and Volibear kind of falling off a little bit in the late game, but can still be a huge problem. Diana being a really big problem in the late game. So you're really going to be focusing a lot of Varus trying to take over this mid into late game for yourselves if you're Team Harmony Dogwater. So you're going to want them to really focus down on these next couple dragons and hopefully get a faster soul. So things are slowly dying down, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably see just a quick reset from most teams as they're going to be trying to get some items in for their level 11 spike soon. Well, no, level 6 spike still. Especially bot lane. Bot lane does get level 6 before that, with Tristana being level 6, but Thresh being level 4. No. Hopefully we can get something happening top side, because you really also want to get Gnar ahead and make sure that Volibear does fall off faster than usual. But we have two Nunus clearing wards, which I think is really funny. Now there are going to be looking at a Rift Herald potentially, and maybe making a play with that. If you could drop that mid or drop that top lane, that's going to be super helpful. I think mid probably would prefer it a lot as well, just because of that already big CS advantage they have. They can really double down and really ensure that they lock down that Lux. Typical trading happening topside. Gnar using his range advantage onto the Volibear and is really going to be punching him. Having really good wave management actually from Gnar here, making sure the wave stays closer to his tower than Volibear's because of Diana's amount of ganks that she's already occurred here. And also, it's really easy to keep wave management against the Volibear. It's because he's always pushing. Because of his passive with the sparks flying out everywhere, you really can punish a Volibear if he's not going to be bullying you in lane, and you can stay by your turret and just wait for your jungler, which Gnar has been doing expertly well this game. Now, they are looking at the Rift Herald here I see from Diana on my mini map, but don't think anyone's going to have the time to respond to this. Gnar is unable to do anything as his whole team has just reset, so that's going to be a Rift Herald on the side of the Ionian Battle Meeps. Now, to see what she does with this, hopefully in respect to help Lux out and probably bring her back from that CS disadvantage, you want to put this mid. Or if you want to get a lane super far ahead, you bring a bot and really punish them down. So a lot of options for Ionian Battle Meeps in that aspect there. Lux is going to actually be able to get a nice trade off here, is going to be doing a ton of damage, but Nico has just that nice sustainability and be able to get a lot from just poking her down naturally. We do have Dragon in about 55 seconds, so that's going to be big if you are on the side of Team Harmony Dogwater. Mainly because, like I was saying before, you don't really want to get outscaled from Ionian Battle Meeps, and it's going to be something you really need to be watching out for and making sure that you start getting ahead, because if you let the bleeding continue, it's not going to be pretty for the next 20 minutes of this match. Take a little swig of my water again. Stay healthy, stay hydrated. Now, you see them already posturing on this. I'm curious to see if there's going to be a counter rebuttal, or are the side of Ionian Battle Meeps just going to let it go and keep pushing and try and get a couple plates before they fall. Both of them are equally fine, honestly. Giving up this dragon for for tower plates would be really beneficial for you as well. So they're actually going to opt in for both. TP from Volibear going down here. Ulti from Varus. They're going to try and pick this one off here. Going to all zoom out. Leona's in a lot of danger. Tristana going to be hopping in, hopping around. Is going to be picking off that Leona. Is going to be picking off that Varus. They're looking for more here as they do take the dragon for the side of Team Harmony Dogwater. They got what they came for, but unfortunately they dropped 2 members in result of that. And Maiden also took tower plates for the bot lane there. Diana picking up those, and possibly even more if Tristana and Thresh are able to push this one down. Oh, am I being too quiet? Or is, 1 second. Let me, do a quick pause if you guys can't hear me. Just gonna pause the match here, just to ensure that, Oh, no, okay, so there, I saw in the comments from the game volume. Let me check that out. Let's fix that here. Game volume. All right. I think we fixed the game volume. Let's try it out. All right, that should have fixed it. All right, now we got a team fight. So we take the kill onto the Volibear, but in response to that, they're going to grab up the Gnar. So Ionian Battle Meeps are looking really powerful right now. They are taking complete control of this game. It's 13 minutes in. They have a 2k gold lead. I want to see them pressure a lot more around here, get the first turret of the match, which I think there's probably going to happen in bot lane. Tristana is going to be a really great tower taker, I like to call her, as she is going to have a great East back on her and is one of the best. I'm not sure if Caitlyn actually takes towers faster. I'm pretty sure Tristana has that feat because she can use her ability, but I know Caitlyn late game with her headshots can demolish turrets. Varus ulti going down is going to be landing onto the Thresh. They're going to CC him down and then possibly take off the kill, but Leona's not going to be able to get that as they're going to do a counter engage onto the Varus, and they're going to be looking for more as they pick off the Leona as well. Here comes a TP from Lux. They are just punishing this bot lane here. May have been a miscall on the part of Team Harmony Dogwater to not completely assassinate the Thresh. They could have possibly gotten away with maybe a 1-for-1 there, but unfortunately the Team Ionian Battle Meeps take more and more and chew off more and more parts as they take the first tower as well of the game. So that's going to be big for them. More money in their pockets. They are getting a even bigger and bigger gold lead. So if the game continues as is, I believe they're going to be the ones in charge for the rest of this match. So what do we want to see from Team Harmony Dogwater? You want to see some better team fights. You want to see some big Herculean effort Nico's ultis onto these next couple dragon fights. So you're going to be needing to farm a little bit better, play a little bit around your Nico as she is super far ahead. And actually, as I was speaking there, I didn't even notice the CS difference from our top laners. Gnar actually picking up a marginal gold difference, or a CS difference rather, on from the Volibear. He is going to be about actually a little bit further behind the Volibear. Maybe that's just due to the turret gold from the first tower. But once they start picking off towers, start making plays around the map, I think Team Harmony Dogwater might have a chance around top and mid to make a good comeback here. But their bot lane is unfortunately being so hardly punished that it's going to need to recover or stop the bleeding. So they're going to be picking up that bot turret. That's going to be really good for them. I don't think anyone's going to be able to rotate fast enough to stop them. Maybe Tristana, maybe Thresh can go down and pick off a kill there, but it looks like they're just going to trade tier 1s for tier 1s. They already took the bot tier 1, so now they're just going to be looking to try and see if they can get the bot mid tier 1. Here comes the all-in from the Diana. Nico is going to be ulting, getting a 4-man stun, hopefully trying to pick something off here, but is unable to get anything from there as Tristana picks up yet another kill. So, we're just seeing the slow bleed from Team Harmony Dogwater. The Tristana is now 6-0-2, Immortal Tristana. Hopefully she can keep that scoreline going as she goes into later starts of this game. Big reset for Ionian Battle Meeps, but the Dragon's about to spawn in 15 seconds. If the Nunu is fast enough, they might be able to try and secure something from there, try and pick off something before they come back. But it looks like Nunu's going to be resetting, so it looks like Ionian Battle Meeps are going to just get another Dragon. And I don't think that anyone can really contest it because of rotations. But we'll see. Maybe if they stall long enough, they might do something else with this. Nico's slowly going to be getting ulti back very soon here. So it's going to be another team fight. And you're going to want to see how Nico responds to this. Gnar's going to be here. She's going to see if she can grab a pick. I'm going to zoom out. TP coming in from the Volibear to get all 5-on-5 members here. And are they going to be able to get into the pit is the issue. The answer is no. No one's going to be able to grab into side that pit there. You're going to need to try and get that Nico to snake someone early and try and get that Nico to get an ulti down. But unfortunately, they weren't able to do anything for that. So now we see that Ionian Battle Meeps are just choking out their opponents here, really punishing them and doing really like a great job on their macro plays. There's ulti going down, but is not going to land. Gnar's going to be trying to pick someone off here, but is not going to be able to get anything from there. Leona actually finding a Lux in a bush, and we're going to get the flash over the wall from the Varus. Is going to be picking that one off. Gnar getting Nega and is going to be going onto the Volibear. Volibear ulting out of that one, isn't going to die for the cause, but that's going to be a pretty nice pick for the side of Ionian Battle Meeps. Sorry, for the side of Team Harmony Dogwater. And they are going to grab a Rift Herald from this. Hopefully they can use that Rift Herald, bring a top lane, and get some a little gold in their pocket. Now, are they going to be looking for more here? They do have the re-engage. They get the Nico ulti off there. The Thresh is going to be picking off onto the Nunu. They aren't going to be getting that, but the Tristana actually falling in the team fight, so that's going to be really big. As Team Harmony Dogwater are going to come out on top. They took out the main carry, and they were able to do so much with that. They got a 3-for-1 exchange. The Nico does fall, but they also got the Rift Herald and all of that gold and all of that shutdown going over to them as well. That shutdown actually going over to, I believe it was the Gnar. So Gnar's going to be having a lot of extra gold. Hopefully he gets to pick something big off of that, and they get all first tier 1 turrets. So now the gold lead is in favor of Team Harmony Dogwater. The tides have shifted with just one team fight. Now, no major objectives. I mean, Baron's coming up, but I don't expect any team to get an early Baron. No major objectives. I think we're going to be really focusing around the Dragons the next couple team fights, and depending on how they play out will depend on the lane state and the course of this match. Now, earlier I mentioned that Ionian Battle Meeps for me have a better late game composition. So if the game continues the way it is and it's still evenly matched for both teams, even in gold, then Ionian Battle Meep should be able to come out on top with a victory just because of Tristana's ultra hyper scaling. Diana has a really nasty and being able to assassinate basically the Varus or the Nico in an instant. And Lux with her wave management that no one's going to be able to push because she can just ulti every wave off of cooldown. So if you're the side of Team Harmony Dogwater, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try and pressure this, try and keep that gold lead, and trying to hopefully cauterize the wound that's already happened, and then go on and try and make plays around the map. But you have to do it in such an expert fashion. As we talk here, the Gnar is going to have to try and live from here. He was trying to look for Mega, but was unable to get the jump off. They're going to be picking off the Lux. So 1-for-1 trade, but the Gnar falling down and the top lane turret is going to be taken by the Ionian Battle Meep. All right, I'm all hydrated up. Got some more water in me. Gonna need more water bottles. Very humid day out today, so it makes it harder to talk so much, as my mouth will get super dry if I don't hydrate constantly. Dragon's gonna be up in 50 seconds. This is gonna be a big team fight for both teams. The gold line's basically even, so this is gonna be about as fair as a team fight you'll ever get throughout this match. So, if you're the side of the Ionian Battle Meeps, if they take this, they grab Soul, and it puts them in a very strong hold on to getting the Ocean Soul, which is basically, in my opinion, is such a strong dragon, and it wins so many games just because of your sustainability that no one on the side of Team Harmony Dogwater is going to be able to respond or be able to assassinate anyone fast enough to stop the Ocean. Now, Gnar's going to have to go Mega. He's going to try and do what he can. He's going to get a nice double stun on the side of the wall there. Nunu's going to go for his ulti. Gnar's going to be popping up. Nico's going to get a nice two-man stun and is going to be picking off the Tristana, picking off the Lux there. And they are going to grab Thresh. And that is a huge win for the side of Team Harmony Dogwater, as they are going to be taking off this dragon and going to be matching the points for Ocean Soul. Now, are they going to be thinking about doing a Baron play after this? They do have the numbers. They are going to have the rotation on them. So, and they're all really healthy. Hopefully, Volibears can stall this one out, but I don't think they can do too much here. Nunu is going to be capturing Dragon relatively fast, and they are going to be picking this one off. Volibear needs to posture up here, needs to make a dumb play, needs to make a desperation attempt here. And Nico is going to be taking off the Baron. See, Nunu didn't have Smite there, so it could have been anyone's dragon. He did bite a little bit too early as well because of the Lux ulti. So if you go in and try and steal it, I guess it would have been fine. But getting out with your life would have been harder. So no one dies there, but a Baron is taken for the side of Team Harmony Dogwater and matching up with the kills there. And yeah, you got to keep playing. You got to keep making those plays like I was talking about earlier. And they're going to be super happy with any of the results as well. Now, on the side note there, what is going to be the response for Ionian Battle Meeps? Here you just kind of want to have to slow down. You're going to want to know that you scale better. And you're going to need to really be playing around your Tristana and your Lux, because they are the first ones to die in the team fights. So you're going to need them to stay alive. So what you have to do is that Volibear needs to be an amazing frontliner and a perfect center and make sure that he's going to be backing and and peeling for his carries. Thresh obviously already does so much peel, but he can't do all of it alone. So Volibear needs to step up and to stay back. And they will scale. They will do a great job. But the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds will be going in favor of the Team Harmony Dogwater. So nothing major. They are doing a 4-1 split, it looks like, with the Baron. You could even opt into doing a 3-1-3, or 3-1-3-1, sorry, to try and just get some chip damage down on that bot turret. But it doesn't look like they want to leave the Nico and the Varus alone with just the Leona. The Diana looking for something potentially there is unable to grab anything from that, as the ward game from both teams are just been phenomenal. Lots of deep wards, a lot of positioning wards. The Volibear does ulti. They're going to be looking for a massive Lux. Ulti is going to try and land on 4 people, but they are going to trip off that Diana. The center is down, and no one's going to be protecting that back line. They're going to be looking for more here. Big win for Team Harmony Dogwater. This is the plays that I asked for, and they are giving me the plays. Making that call with Volibear is questionable because you know they have Baron, so it gives them the extra 30 AD and AP buff as well. So they are going to win trades if you're going to go for fair fights. You need to really just wait for Thresh to make a play, really make Thresh to do the engage, and Volibear to do a lot of the peeling. And only really go up on Thresh plays that are like really, really good, and or you're able to 100% kill the Varus or 100% kill the Nico, because they're the ones causing so much harm to your team right now. Nar's cleaning up their jungle in the top side there, so that's going to be punishing Diana even harder, as the Nunu will be able to catch up in that CS advantage that Diana has and be able to do a little bit more there. Dragon's going to be coming up in 55 seconds. So this is going to be sole point. This is going to be a big team fight. Both teams are pretty happy with what they have. But now, where the Ionian Battle Meeps are winning super, super early, the Team Harmony Dogwater has taken the mid game as to be expected with a bunch of mid game champions. They've hit their power spike, and they're really putting that in their favor and trying to get some extra gold in their pockets and trying to end out this game as soon as possible. Now, I want to hope that Tristana can position in such a way where she doesn't get caught out, but is also able to take off some of the main carries. And you're going to need to watch Thresh and where his hooks are going to be landing, because if he lands on a main carry and they die before this fight begins, it's going to be so helpful for them, as they are going to be being able to make so many more plays. So here comes the all engage there. The Nico clone's going to be spotting them in the bush. TP coming in from the Gnar. Bear's ulti does land on the Thresh. They are going to be picking this one off, and the Thresh is going to fall. They're going to be going in on that. Nico is not going to be able to grab anything here, but the Diana is going to be picked off, but is going to trade 1-for-1 with the Bears. That's about as best you're going to get with the Diana there. Now, are they going to be able to grab more? Volibear does have ulti. He might be able to make a interesting play. He just needs to make sure that his main backline is going to be protected. Are they going to be able to grab off this Gnar here? They should be going in for an engage, but they are going to be unable to position with the Volibear. Volibear does ulti, so now he really needs to go in. He needs to make a play that's going to be taking the Dragon for the side of Team Harmony Dogwater, and they grab soul points. So, Team Harmony Dogwater making the plays as to be expected, and doing an excellent job of positioning and getting wards down and getting those dragons back to where they needed to be. Now they have taken the control, the driver's seat in this game here, where Ionian Battle Meeps were sitting in for such a long time. So if the Team Harmony Dogwater grabs Soul here, then their late game problems that I was stating earlier, where Tristana can just burst them down, Diana can assassinate them, becomes uneventful, because like I said, they just sustain better. They can play a little bit better. Maybe Diana's an issue because she can kill someone 100-0, but Tristana's unable to do that, and she has to get some overtime dot damage down before she can make a play. Excuse me. That sneeze. Allergy season is not nice to me. The weather has not been nice to me recently. But Baron is on the map here. Team Harmony Dogwater can be in a good position, but they're going to be trying to pick off this Nico. Are they going to be able to make a play? Thresh is going to be going for the hook, but the Nico is going to be landing the ultimate. It's just going to be taken down onto the Thresh there, and hopefully she can grab a kill off of that, but Tristana does the heal. Is she going to be able to grab more? She is going to grab the Thresh, but in response to that, Tristana takes the life of the Nico, and getting some nice shutdown gold for her makes her even stronger. So, there's just whiffing his ultimate is going to be taking off the Diana. Nunu taking off that Baron there. And they are going to be super happy with those results. 1-for-1 exchanges around the map, but Baron on the side of Team Harmony Dogwater. Are they going to be able to pick off this Lux here is the question. She does have the Zanyas. Here comes the Nunu ultimate going down. Is going to be picking that one off, and hopefully even some more. The bleeding doesn't stop if you're Team Harmony Dogwater. You just got to keep your foot on the throttle and keep driving. So, they grab up this inhibitor tower. I don't think they can get too much more because the resets are going to be occurring and the death timers are going to be ending. And you probably want to back with all this money that you just recently got from the Baron and from those last couple picks to be prepared for the next dragon fight. Even though it's in 2 minutes, you can still maybe find another pick or two beforehand. So, what do we want to expect to see from Ionian Battle Meeps? You know that you can scale pretty well, but you really need to be playing around that Tristana and really being playing around that Diana. If Diana can 1v1 and assassinate the Varus in the backline, you got to make a play to follow up with that. And we need those volleys, that volley bear to be that perfect center. That volley bear is a key part of their strategy here. And if he's unable to be that backline protector, it's going to be super hard for anyone to stop the steamroll coming in from the Team Harmony Dogwater. Not to say that Volibear isn't playing the perfect center. All I'm kind of trying to refer to is that it's almost too much weight on him. There's so much that he has to watch out for, and so much his positioning can be heavily taken out. But there's that Diana that I was talking about earlier. They are going to get that assassination attempt. Here comes the Volibear in the back line. Oh my word, they're going to be possibly taking off that Nico. They're going to be focusing that down, but the Volibear is going to have to fall back as they're going to be taking too much damage. Gnar is going to be taking down the Volibear, but they're going to be looking for more. The Thresh look does not land, and the Gnar is going to get a nice double man ulti onto the side, jumps over the wall, and is going to be trying to pick off this Thresh, trying to pick off the Tristana. The Nunu is going to be picking off the kill. They're all over on the other side. The teams have swapped sides. The Tristana is doing as much damage as she can over the wall, doing so much for her team. Is going to fall short to the Gnar there, and a big win for both sides. Lots of trades going around the map. 3-for-2 exchange in favor of Team Harmony Dogwater. That's the play that you really need to go for. Unfortunate that Voldy died there, and brings a different dynamic, the Volibear in the backline to get that ulti off, and the backline being able to sustain and kite really, really well in order to do that. But that's basically the play. That's the vibe. You just need Diana to kill someone, and try and see if Tristana can do as much damage as possible. That's the team comp. But Dragon is spawning in about 5 seconds. Our team's going to be ready for this. Tristana's down for 10. That's their main damage dealer and main carry. So if Team Harmony Dogwater pick this one off with no contestation, they're going to be on Soul, and they're going to be super happy and possibly ending the game in another 5 minutes or so, I would imagine, with Soul. Or just waiting for Elder. Either you just get one of those, and you know you win every team fight now if you get this. So you're going to need to do a desperation play. They are unable to grab that. Diana does flash over the wall, but is unable to steal the dragon. I don't think they know that she's in the bush. They did see the Q, but I don't think they went back and checked. So she's going to get out alive. Now, what will they do with Soul here? They're just going to position, and they're going to bring off big energy to say, yeah, try and fight us. We dare you. We dare you to try and pick us down. Like, Lux can't poke anyone anymore because they'll just heal it up in time. So, Yeah. Team Harmony Dogwater going to be making some big plays. Diana has to make some Herculean plays as well, and she's going to be falling down. Here comes a Nico ultimate. Is going to be saved by the Thresh Lantern. Nico ult is down. They are going to be trying to pick off that Varus, but he's going to flash away. And then the healing, the great healing from the Ocean Soul is going to put him back up to full to prevent any more pokes from going down. Ulti is going down from the Varus. Is going to be trying to pick off the Thresh there. And unable to do that, but Tristana doing some nice chip damage over to the Gnar. Very interesting. Nunu ultimate. Trying to get that wave there. They're going to be trying to pick off that Volibear, try and pick someone off. Here comes a big Diana ulti. She's going to be falling down, though, as unable to assassinate anyone. And Team Harmony Dogwater are back in the driver's seat. And now with the Diana out of the play, the main carry that Ionian Battle Meeps needed to utilize to try and get ahead here has fallen, so they should be able to take off this turret pretty quickly after that. Just a waiting game, honestly, because you got the big supers going down. Here comes the Gnar. Is he going to be able to flash one? He does get onto the Tristana. They are going to be able to 100-0 her. She's going to fall down. The Nico is going to be picking off so many more people, but is going to be unable to grab this up, and that should be game one for Team Harmony Dogwater. Very expertly played by them. The early game could have been better, but they showed a great mid game, and they showed an amazing late game performance by them picking up that soul and doing so much with that as well. I don't think it's over quite yet, but it's going to be over with the minions. Surely all they got to do is attack the Nexus here. They are going to be picking off one more for the KDA, and that is going to be the end of our match here for game one. Team Harmony Dogwater taking the lead. Great plays all around. I want to give a big shout out and MVP over to I'm going to say the Nico, because she was a huge played lane phase really well. She played team fights really well, and she landed multiple hits with her ulti in almost every team fight, despite maybe one or two. So kudos to her. But as for aces, I want to give it to Diana. She did the most. Tristana did do a lot bot lane, but Diana was a menace in that early game that was crediting that Tristana to get that early lead and to try and scale her up over ahead. But when we come back, folks, we will be going into game two between Team Harmony Dogwaters versus the Ionian Battle Meeps. Hello and welcome back, Seal fans. We are going into game 2 of Team Harmony Dogwater versus the Ionian Battle Meeps. What a great performance by Team Harmony Dogwater to pull it back for our game 1 there and taking the victory for them. That's a really great play for that. I will go into our picks and bans as stated before as well. Ionian Battle Meeps are missing out on the first 3 bans here, so they are going to have to pick those um, two champions that they really don't like in the second phase. So that usually goes over to either the mid laner or the top laner. Team Harmony Dogwater are going to be taking the Tristana away. They didn't like it for last game. They didn't like facing against it, so they're going to be picking that one up. Gnar being first picked here. They don't want the Gnar to be banned out too hard, and they didn't want to face it again. Goonball is also pretty good onto the Gnar, so he's pretty comfortable taking that pick away from them. In response to that, we do see a Ornn being picked up to the Gnar. Ornn's just going to be the one who doesn't really lane against it, but does scale a little bit better. So if he has any sort of a lead, it's really difficult for Gnar. And recent patches makes rushing Warmogs on Ornn pretty powerful. I'd like to see him pick this one up in this game, just because what's Gnar going to do? He just pokes you down, but then you have the Warmog's heal, so you don't take any damage, and you basically can sit in lane for as long as your mana is sustained as well. So hopefully we see some dynamic picks from that. Our bot lane are going to be a Jinx Thresh. That's going to be the late game monster that they usually like to play for Ionian Battle Meeps. And they even have the Seraphine mid being picked up as well, which is going to be super interesting to see how that one plays out, and will be fun to watch there. Should be interesting to see how that one is going to go against. I think they were blinding it into the Echo, or blinding mid and keeping counter for jungle, which is odd to me. So could hurt your draft if you do that. But let's see if Team Harmony Dogwater optimizes on that. They do pick up the Echo in response to that. Should be pretty punishing for the Seraphine, and he's going to have some great assassination attempts. Seraphine just has to play super safe, and I play super smart. She has a chance to win that lane, but in response to the Seraphine also being picked up, they have Xin Zhao, so Seraphine doesn't really have many escapes. So it could be very devastating mid lane here. We hope that for the best that the Seraphine doesn't die, but against Echo and Xin Zhao, it's going to be rather difficult, very difficult. So you're going to see a big performance by their jungler, which is going to be played by Lee Sin this game. So they'd had a great early performance the last game on Diana. Lee Sin should round out this team here. They are lacking hard AP damage, so Ornn's going to be the happiest boy alive, as he's arguably one of the best or the best tanks in the game. So just seeing busted off of picks and bans and just how off the team comps, I'm honestly going to be favoring Team Harmony Dogwater here. Ionian Battle Meeps doesn't have that consistent AP damage that I was looking for. They do have a healer in the mid lane, but no major AP damage for them. So if Team Harmony Dogwater just builds armor, there's going to be a big problem for Ionian Battle Meeps. But that being said, let's jump into game and see how it all plays out. Actually, 1 second. No, there's the in-game volume that I want to fix, and bada boom, bada bing, we're good to go. So, typical 5 points from probably both teams. If they want to do something cheeky for Team Harmony Dogwater, they have more options too. Xin Zhao is a pretty good early game jungler. Leona can grab a nice pick or two, and Tristana can really utilize on that as well. Oh. The good respect top lane here. They do not want to play around this game though. It looks like the bait and the respect is gone, and they're going to be looking for something here, as they are going to try and take off the Ornn. Flash from the Lee Sin. He's going to grab first blood, and Are they going to be able to pick off anyone else from this? Maybe. So, Ornn was trying to have fun, you know, trying to goof off with the top laner. But he forgot that he was in a league match that every game matters. So, he immediately got kicked in the Lee Sin. Kicked by Lee Sin. Ornn also having to flash there, but Lee Sin flash is also going to be down. So going to be interesting to see what they do for that. Lee Sin doesn't really have to worry about losing his flash too much because of his dash closing ability with his Q. So as long as he lands Qs, should be fine. There's going to be a level 1 cheese in the bot lane bush there. They are going to be pushing down that rush and is going to be looking for a lot of damage. And it's going to be going over to the kill on Tristana. The cheese doesn't work. And when the cheese don't work, bad things happen for your Jinx for the rest of the match. Now, Echo going to be doing some nice trades over there. That's what I kind of expected for that lane to go. I don't think Seraphine's going to have a fun game, and I really hope that the jungler is going to be able to show up and make some plays to help them out, because they are in a lot of danger all the time, basically, with the Xin Zhao just being in the game, and the Echo with that nice engage tool that he has. So, typical trading happening in the top side of the map. Like I was saying before, I really want to see Warmog's Rush level 1 on Ornn. It's pretty strong. You've been seeing it on Sion recently. In matches like this, where you can just, if you're going to be poked, at least you can have sustain, right, with the Warmogs. So rushing it here is not the worst call, especially in top lane. But, going to be interesting to see if he just goes for Bramble and goes for the push. It's not wrong, and it doesn't really harm you in any way, but it leaves you, the Gnar, with more options to play you in lane, while the Warmog does not. Flash going out from the Gnar here, and so Ornn, playing that level 1 really, really well, is going to be able to punish the Gnar and is going to be able to push him back. Gnar's going to have to play this. Oh, engage from the Ornn is going to go under turret and then take the kill. Is he going to be able to live? He does. The turret does not do enough damage to stop him. Really well executed by the Ornn. Now, Team Harmony Dogwater off to a great start in this first game 1 here. I want to see... Oh, Tristana, this is really unfortunate. That's... That's really unlucky that you weren't able to get any of those minions. I feel for you. I've been there. But Team Harmony Dogwater up to a great start. And a great first thing here. Flow King on the Seraphine. Gonna have to flash away, having no mana to really sustain down that Echo from killing her. Was she in kill range? Maybe. Do we want to take the chance? No. So good flash on her. Good way to escape from that. Level 1 Drake is going to be a mountain. This one's different from a Cloud Soul, where the Cloud Soul will give you that level 6 power spike. This one gives you a really great lane power spike, as it gives you some combat stats with that additional tankiness that you can have. Xin Zhao being caught by a ward in the bush is going to be Jinx, and is going to be W'd back off with that. Now, we do see Lee Sin on the top side, so hopefully Gnar is going to be able to bait the Ornn, trying to stand by the pillar, trying to say, hey, hit me, hit me, hit me. But I don't think anything major is going to come of that. Gnar going Mega. Ornn doesn't really have to respond to this, and Lee Sin's going to be unable to grab a gank off of this one. Now, Dragon's up. If Lee Sin showed top, I think Xin Zhao would immediately go to the Dragon. But Xin Zhao has the option to just do it right now. The ward placement from Team Harmony Dogwater has been amazing. That whole river is warded up besides that bot bush. So they are going to be able to potentially take this Dragon pretty cheekily, you know? The tongue-in-cheek kind of game where if the Lee Sin doesn't show up, it should be fine. Here comes the Ornn ulti. Is going to be landing onto the Gnar. They're going to be trying to do some more from that, but the Gnar is going to have to hop away and escape from the Ornn's evil grasp. It looks like, so Ornn's item, I want to see what his first, like, legendary item is going to be. If it's going to be going into the Warmogs or if it's going to be going into the Bombi Cinder. Lee Sin does spot the dragon being taken, but the Echo is fast enough to rotate and being able to secure the dragon for Team Harmony Dogwater. Cloud Drake going in to be the second dragon of the game, so that's going to be really good, meaning that the soul is going to be either Infernal or Ocean again, so that's going to be a big win for them as they can potentially have more combat stats in the later stages of this game. So any early game performance and anything good early game goes in favor of Team Harmony Dogwater because of their late game scaling team comp is going to be massive. Basically, what we wanted to see from Ionian Battle Meeps is a team comp where you win lane, win game based off of Lee Sin's performance. So hopefully they can make some more plays around the map. Lee Sin is skilled enough to, as a player, to make something happen here. Lee Sin going to be pathing, actually, I think, to Grump and then to bot lane. So that's going to be worth noting. But Xin Zhao is already here for that counter engage. Let's see what happens with this. Xin Zhao going to be trying to land that W, is unable to do that. They're going to go in an all-in onto the Jinx. They are going to be grabbing onto the Thresh. Here comes another hop. They're going to try and pick off the Thresh. Flash going in from the Tristana. Does grab that kill. Leona going to be picking that one up. Tristana going to be Wing back into the safety of her loving, embracing teammates as they are going to get another kill on this bot lane. And Jinx is going to be very sad. Now, Seraphine's going to be ulting. She does have the damage, possibly even the kill potential, but not the mana, actually. She does ulti, but is unable to follow up with the ulti as well. That means there's more chances for the Xin Zhao to come in and gank her, and more chances for the Echo to assassinate her. So using the ulti there might have been ill-advised because you didn't have Lee Sin. You really want to be on Seraphine to set up those plays and set up the transitions because you are that like healer and utility mage support. So Echo's going to be able to crash that wave in. Seraphine's going to be missing out on maybe a couple minions, maybe even a wave or so. And Echo's going to be punishing his lead and going a little bit further and above and beyond what he needs to do here. So Ornn does spot the Lee Sin, is going to get the knockup, is going to get the Brittle Stack, is going to try and get the next one off. Does land the Ornn ulti, is going to hit that. They are going to be going for the Q. Lee Sin does have to flash and get away from that as well. Does get Xin Zhao W'd and is going to try and see if he can make another play walking around there. Ornn is going to be a menace as he's just fronting on their whole team. Here comes Lee Sin. He's going to go in onto the kill. Is not going to be able to assassinate, but we also see bot lane another engage. Going to be getting that Tristana off there. The Echo goes over the wall. Is going to try and see if for an assassination attempt onto the Thresh. Lee Sin comes in, saves the day, gets the kick off, but is Echo going to get a double is the question. He does get the one onto the Thresh. He is going to be looking for more. Does a lot of damage onto Lee Sin. Is going to have to chrono shift back. The Ornn does want the kill, but is not able to grab this Lee Sin. This Lee Sin is slippy. This Lee Sin is tricky and is out of there, but he's looking for blood as he tries to get some more from that. Wow. Lee Sin unable to be touched. Great, like I said, the player's performance on Lee Sin is really good. And it shows, especially there, as they were able to stay alive for such a long time and even get an assassination attempt and to take a kill off and over inside of in favor for them. Unfortunately, I think that maybe one person or two people died there for two people died there in favor of Team Harmony Dogwater. All for that Rift Herald. Lee Sin, I'm not sure. Do you have Smite? Do you live this? Yeah, you do. Never mind. It's Lee Sin. I forget sometimes. Every time I see a low jungler trying to take red buff, I'm like, it's gonna die. The red buff power is too strong. But hopefully they can get some turret plates down bot lane because they really need it against the Tristana. She's been a big problem for them. Jinx does scale really great in the late game, and maybe you want to Jinx Seraphine late game this, but it's so hard to face off when there's an Ornn on the enemy team, right? Xin Zhao actually going to be posturing behind this Gnar here, and they are going to be putting up the Shelly, going to be trading off for who's going to be taking turret aggro, and it's going to be Ornn. Does he survive from this? No, he does not, but they are going to be grabbing some turret plates on the top side of the map as Shelly was spawned as well. Ornn, I believe, got those turret gold plates and are now going to be, hopefully, going to be getting another turret for, no, actually, Dragon for Ionian Battle Meeps, as they saw the top lane play go down. So good response. Ties up the Dragons. If Ionian Battle Meeps get all of these Dragons from here on out and win every team fight, you know, they will have a win chance or win condition. But if they don't, and at any point in any of those situations don't happen, Team Harmony Dogwater is just super happy with anything. Any win is a win for them, so as long as, like, because of their such a late game scaling team comp. So Ionian Battle Meeps need to play insanely perfect, almost too perfect, where it's even like troublesome for even most pros to try and play. But it can be done. When there's a will, there is a way. So, traditional trading happening topside. Nothing major happening from there. And Ornn's going to be going over to... He got that Bombi, like I was thinking about earlier. And it looks like he's going to be going in for the sustain and lockdown. So he's going to be going in for Frostborn Gauntlet. Just better than Sunfire in every way. I see top laners pick Sunfire, but maybe the gold efficiency doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, as it just costs way too much money and is not worth the stats, as you can go on to your second item so much faster if you just go Frostborn Gauntlet. And we do see an engage, especially because the Q is not going to be following up on that. Nice 3-man Lux, ulti. They do got that TP. Here comes the Ornn ulti. He is going to be posturing for that. Tries to aim it for the 2-man in the bot lane. Is going to be knocking them up, but they are unable to do much from there. They get a nice double kill over to the Xin Zhao, and they are going to be super happy for the Team Harmony Dogwater. Winning that trade, getting those kills, 2 for 0, getting a turret. First turret of the game before turret plates fall as well, so all 5 turret plates going on to Tristana. Are they going to be able to respond to this top side? I don't think so. Maybe they can protect the mid lane, but at the end of the day, I still think that Team Harmony Dogwater have the stronghold of this game right now. So they're going to be looking for something here. Going to be looking for an engage. I think Ornn just kills Gnar if he gets another Brittle Stack. But Gnar can use his range to his advantage as he will play against this. Now Ornn going to be looking for more. If he has flash, he can get the kill. He does not, though, and is going to be minion blocked. And the Coon Ball is going to be taken off the Ornn. Very greedy of him. You hate to see it, but minions really being the MVP there. Ornn was just talking about how he had flash up and didn't use it. So there's that. Xin Zhao has to hold the top side as the Gnar and the Lee Sin are both up here. I mean, if you're Ionian Battle Meeps, you take those. This Ornn has been super aggressive, and he's been playing super aggressive, so if he's going to be making those misplays on the top side, then he's going to be punished for it. Now, Dragon's going to be up in a minute, so you're going to be looking for a lot of wards in the bot side of this map. You're going to be looking for a lot of picks, and there's the pick that you need, actually. The Lee Sin, the Leona not going to be able to grab up onto that as well. She's going to just not hit her ulti and is not going to be able to CC lock that Lee Sin the way that she should be. I think Leona can lock someone down for about 3 seconds or longer with just her CC combo chain, if done correctly. So if you need a reset time, this is the time. 40 seconds on the clock, 38 seconds on the clock now, actually. Going in for that. Echo is going to be trying to go for an assassination attempt. Does get the charm. Here comes a Lee Sin. They are going to be doing a chrono shift back, and he's going to be trying to see if he can possibly take out the Lee Sin. He's doing a nice 2v1 scenario here, but Lee Sin's going to be able to assassinate him, and that is the pick that Ionian Battle Meeps need. I would really like to see that transition into a dragon. But obviously, Tristana being super strong, they're going to have to play it out super, like, very, very smart here. The Xin Zhao is still up and is still super strong, so the 50-50 can occur. But if you have the numbers advantage, this is the time and the place to use it. Nar's TP isn't up. Is Lee Sin going to be able to get the seal? He does not take the 50-50, and they're going to be looking for a fight as they're going to be onto Xin Zhao. The Xin Zhao is going to be going back over to the back line. Is going to be able to sustain for a little bit longer, and Tristana picks up a kill. She's going to be looking for more. Jinx is getting excited after the kill onto the Xin Zhao. Is she going to be able to grab up anything from the Tristana or the Leona? They do still have the numbers advantage, and the Gnar is here as well, but the Echo is coming right around the corner to save them. So, one team got the dragon for a 1-for-1 exchange in favor of the Team Harmony Dogwater. Now, does this result into a Rift Herald take here as well? I mean, they can. They don't need to, but they can. If you... Is it worth the time and the resources? Questionable. There's not really many turrets to take with it, but it helps, I guess. It's better than the enemy team not from taking it, you know? We'll see what happens here. I don't think second Rift Herald in this instant and in this game really matters, so I don't think any team's really going to go for it. Because, like I said, time resource management isn't worth the value that you'll get from it. So, who's strong and who's not? Ornn, strong, but unfortunately has died 2 times because turrets are really overpowered. Xin Zhao, strong. Echo, strong. Tristana, strong. Leona, very strong. On the side of Ionian Battle Meeps. Gnar, doing okay. Surviving. Lee Sin, doing pretty good. Good assassination. Seraphine, struggling. Is doing fine, but needs a little bit more help. Jinx, doing pretty good. Pretty happy. Thresh is not able to get those hooks off this game, but he's doing his best. So, what do you need to do for Ionian Battle Meeps? Make perfect plays. Be perfect. Be the team that you always wanted to be. Be that LCS team. Be that Korean team, you know? And really coordinate with your team correctly to try and make some great plays around this map to really get back into this match, as you do need every single dragon from here on out. There's going to be a Lee Sin going to be attacked by the Xin Zhao. Are they going to be able to make a play from here? Here comes the Tristana. Here comes the Leona. Leona's going to be doing a lot of damage. He's just going to slow it and lock it down. Tristana going to be picking up that kill into Gnar, and that is going to be another big kill for the side of the Team Harmony Dogwater. Now, it is really hard to be perfect. And most teams can't do it. But it's what you need to do this game. Because Ornn is slowly approaching level 13 and 14. And the moment any level after that is just 1,000 gold in every one of his teammates' pockets. Up until level 17, of course. But that's an extra 5,000 gold worth of stats. 3-man Seraphine ulti. That's probably a really good engage that they're going to try and want to peck off from there. Unable to grab up on that Xin Zhao and unable to get that Jinx getting excited. The Gnar wanted to make a play. He was trying to look for the flank there, but they don't have enough deep wards. They are going to be jumping down, and Tristana's going to be jumping out. Ornn going to be picking up some more turrets top lane. You kind of just want to see him in solo lanes, trying to get him into more spots there, as he's just going to be backing off there, pushing down the Lee Sin. And Lee Sin's going to go in for another engage after his Ornn is going to be unable to brag about a kill like that. But he is very tanky. Ornn, unable to get the ulti, is going to get that last brittle stack. And a flash for flash, it looked like. But an awkward auto trade keeps in favor of the Ornn. Ionian Battle Meeps are going to be rotating onto the Ornn. Is Thresh going to be able to land the hook there? He's going to be looking for it. And is going to play him back. Is going to take the Lantern for the Gnar. And Jinx is going to be able to get excited. So that's a nice pick. Dragon's going to be up in 44 seconds. So you're going to want to reset and go to that immediately. All three of you need to reset and go to that immediately. Please reset and go to that immediately. This is... Oh, no. You're going to be late to the fight. And they're late to the fight unless they just walk down there right now, which I think they're going to. So, Team Harmony Dogwater was able to get up some deep wards there. And they are going to have a big advantage to try and pick off this dragon now. Now that the wards are set, the stones are in place, there's not really much you can do. Gnar does not have TP, so he really needs to be walking down there. Like, please, Gnar, watch out. There's a Tristana behind you. You are Mega. You might be able to grab it. But you're going to watch Team Harmony Dogwater pick off this dragon pretty easily and very uncontested. Chrono Shift going to be dodging that Lee Sin Q. Here comes the Ornn. He's putting out his Ornn Horn. Is going to be looking for something, but unable to grab anything from that. Xin Zhao is going to be picking that one off. The Gnar is there, but is unable to grab anything off of that. The Tristana is going to be looking for a pick here. Xin Zhao is going to be engaging. Is going to grab up the kill. Tristana going to have to reset with her team. Up in this top wave fight, we're going to see Lee Sin trying to assassinate the Leona, but is going to be CC'd down from the Ornn, and we are going to watch Xin Zhao going onto the backline as he's going to try and pick off the Jinx, but then is going to be peeled off by the Thresh, and another kill going over to the side of the Ornn. Team Harmony Dogwater are on fire this game. All right. Well, this is hard. This is very hard. This is going to be very difficult for Ionian Battle Meeps, as now they are off of Soul Point. They did not match the dragons there, and now if the Team Harmony Dogwater take the... What? All right. You know what? Sure. You know, Jinx, I guess, was in the wrong for standing beside Turret when Tristana was putting bombs on it. I wouldn't expect that to kill like it did, but it did. So, congratulations, Tristana. Grabbing up another kill there. She is a monster this game. Tristana's being played very well in both series here. She is 5-0-6, the immortal Tristana. Hopefully she stays immortal, and we'll get some more leads. Team Harmony Dogwater doing amazing for wards here. Their warding skill and their way that they play around it are very talented. And you've been seeing this time and time again, them making plays from this. Now the Seraphine's going to die. Is going to get knocked up from the Xin Zhao. Is going to be locked down from the Tristana. Now they're going to be looking for more. They're going to be looking for the Jinx potentially. And they do grab up the kill onto the Thresh, the jump, and then the Tristana bomb should potentially get the kill here. So Tristana's going to be picking that one up. Lee Sin's going to be going back into his base, but it's into an Ornn, into the Xin Zhao. They're going to be picking some more off there, and they're going to be picking that last member of Goon from the Ionian Battle Meeps. Goon is going to fall, and they could potentially have an endgame situation here where they can just push super hard. You have Tristana. Ornn backing. Doesn't have TP, so he just kind of left his team. He's like, I got money, I want to spend it. And so, no endgame. But they will probably take a Baron or take some objective after acing them. So, Ionian Battle Meeps are in trouble. They are in peril. What are they going to do? If all of the members of Team Harmony Dogwater run into your fountain, I think it's fine. You should be fine. But it doesn't seem to appear to be that way, as the next dragon is going to be in 1 minute and 50 seconds. We're probably going to see Team Harmony Dogwater indefinitely take that one, as they were going to try and look for another big team fight. I don't think there is a team fight where they lose Ornn is hit level 14. He is going to be giving out his ornaments, and is probably going to be, first one's going to be to Tristana, I imagine, or even Echo. Probably Tristana, though. She's super strong this game. So yeah, it went over to Tristana. Now we're just waiting for Ornn to hit level 15. That goes on to Echo, and the lead continues for them. Ornn didn't take any damage. I felt like Ornn healed off of the Narq. The Ornn is healing off of their abilities. Ornn is an anime character. Prove me wrong. And they're going to be picking off this Baron right before the next dragon fight, which is going to occur in about 35 seconds. So, Lee Sin going to try and do a play there. Is it going to be unable to grab that? Tristana going over the wall is going to be picking off Lee Sin. The Baron goes over to in favor of Team Harmony Dogwater. They're going to be looking onto the Thresh. They pick that one off. Tristana is going to be looking on to Seraphine. Is going to be picking her off. And they don't even need the dragon. They can just end right now. So, the turret taking from Tristana, turret taking from Echo. There's no stopping this. Ornn even has the Demolish proc that he can use. He's TPing actually to a minion to keep it alive for longer, so they have more minions. And they're going to be taking the base as well. So that is going to be GG for Team Harmony Dogwater. They're going to be taking both games, and good on them for playing these last couple games out slowly and playing it out precisely here. This MVP and ace for me. I'm just going to quickly touch base on that. Tristana, going to deserve MVP. She played laning phase really, really well. She became immortal, and the scoreline proves it as well. 10-0 and 11. Good for her. Ace, I'm going to give it over to the side of Lee Sin. Even though he has died the most on his team, he made the most plays and was super slippy and was able to make a comeback in some ways and able to do what he could on the champion that he had with the tools that he had this game. But GG for both teams. This was only one match for today. We will be back hopefully tomorrow with another match for you. We are going to be trying to catch up on a lot of these matches because playoffs are going to be occurring over the weekend here. So once we catch up on a couple of these next couple VODs there, we'll be doing some live games for you. And that should be happening again this weekend or even sooner. I am the Dragon Rider, and thanks for coming out, Seal fans. I hope to see you soon.